Hey guys, welcome to What the What. It's a segment here on Generational Noor, Chasing Hope, where we ask what is happening within the community. A lot of people have not known what is going on within politics, who's running, and some people don't even know there's an election. So I decided to bring in the experts, and we have a special guest here today, Shukri Abdirahman.
Hi, everyone.
And we also have a special host. With our organization being youth-led, I'm going to let a youth take the lead. So, Ahmed, come on.
Thank you, Omar, for the great introduction. So, Shukri, tell me about the election because I have no idea what it is for.
Hi. So, my name is Shukri Abdirahman. I am running for county commissioner, and I'll say this election is very important as it is a primary. This is called a primary election, which means there's a president running and other people are also running for office. But the important part of this election is the presidential election, which people go to vote for the president of the United States, and it's a 4-year term. So whoever we're voting for has an important role and will be the leader of this country, and will be serving this country for 4 years. So that is important to understand and know. This election is also very scary because people have mixed feelings about who they're gonna vote for, about what issues they might want to align with or what they should vote for. And I would say the thing to be able to combat that is being able to educate ourselves. We need to be able to understand what is the government, what are politics, what is why are people running for office, and what offices are they running for, and what do those offices do. And I think it's important for young people to ask those kind of questions and to be able to go to their elected officials and say, hey, you are representing me as a young person and the community as a whole. So what are you planning to do, and how can me as a young person work with you as an elected official?
All right, fair enough. And what exactly is your role, and what makes you qualified for it?
I would say this is my first time ever running for office. The county commission, it's like the oldest, governing body. They deal with, different issues and different topics, such as they deal with property taxes. They deal with the sheriff department, which is really important in the courts. They also deal with sometimes the roads and infrastructure and tax in general. I would say, yeah, so the county just covers county related issues and problems. And the county commission has 7 county commissioners that are representing different parts of the counties. So Lewiston is you know, like a town, or Lewiston is a district of the county, and Lewiston has a lot more people. So there's a lot more opportunities for Lewiston to be able to have a lot of people to be represented in the commission. And that is why I'm running, to be able to, if I win the county commission, if I win my race, then I'll be the first person of color to ever be elected on that commission. And I'll be one of the youngest, actually. And so I think it's important to have representation in places where people like me, or people from different backgrounds, don't have someone that looks like them. They should be able to enter those spaces that are not necessarily representative of the people within those communities. I would say for me, I am for the people. I've been an activist and a community organizer and a leader since I was 17 years old, organizing the Black Lives Matter protest and different climate justice, environmental justice causes, gender rights too, and just being able to be at the forefront. I've always been in the streets. I was one of the first people to protest on the streets for people's rights being taken away. I've been an activist, and I've always fought for people's rights to be, the people's rights to be protected, and for justice in general. That's just part of who I am, and the reason why I'm running is because I want to be able to serve my community. Lewiston is a place where I truly love, and this is my home. And I've been here, and I've done a lot of work in Lewiston, where I feel now is the time for me to step up and take an actual leadership role where I'm able to represent my people at a different capacity.
Agree.
Yes.
Why should youth care about this election specifically?
The youth should care about this election just for the main reason, because your future. Like, you want to be able to secure your future. You want to be able to have a future where your rights and your rights are protected. And for young people, it's really, really important for them to be able to participate and vote, because these decisions and, like, these decisions will definitely affect us, whether it's today or tomorrow. So as young people, we need to be able to take a stand and, like, show the numbers that we young people matter and our vote counts. Therefore, we should be able to stand up. Um, it I would say definitely, like, young people, this is the time for us to shine. This is the time for us to, like, show that, like, we care and we want to be able to be heard, and we want to be able to be at these decision making tables where we're able to be heard. So I think this election is very, very important for young people to be able to not only vote but to participate in any capacity.
I totally agree with you. And just to add on, young people are really, if you look at politics in the United States, you see that most of the people who are running the government are not. I would say the age gap between the generation that's running the country is huge.
Yeah,
so by having it's a step by step process. That's how I think about that. So by having someone like you, someone who's young, who's also of color, representing more people, it's definitely going to be a great add-on to whichever organization. How can young people learn about the election?
I think the best way for young people to educate themselves about the election is to seek information, to go to, organizations in your community who, deal with election stuff, who deal with political engagement work. Ask them questions, ask them for information. You can also just do basic Google searches, search up what is your local government, what does my local government do. There's information that's wide out there, so being able to seek that information, I think, is really important. And I understand sometimes it can be really hard to just get the information that we need as young people. Definitely, I would add that, like, there is no future without young people.
Correct.
Like, but I would say just definitely start having conversations with people that are, in your age group, and, like, just have conversations with different people. Search up, whatever questions that you might have. Speak with your local elected officials. Ask them what they do. Ask them, to have a conversation. And yeah, definitely just being able to seek the information that's out there.
Perfect.
That's the first step. Yeah.
Yes. Keep looking online and keep asking questions. Right. I'm gonna pass it back to Amran.
Thank you, Ahmed. We really appreciate you taking the time. Shukri, thank you everybody who watched. Shukri, if people have questions, concerns, want to reach out to you, have trouble getting to the polls, what should they do?
They should definitely reach out to me. I would say my number is just probably, like, out there too. You can follow me on social media. So my Instagram is another great way to reach out to me. I also use my email if you want to email me with specific questions that you might want to answer to. I would also say just reach out. Like, that it doesn't hurt to reach out. I'm happy to have a conversation. And also for tomorrow, since tomorrow is the election, it's important for people to realize that there are people, who are going to help people at the polls. So being able to reach out to those people, like, if, for example, if you need a ride to the poll, coordinate those. You can, like, coordinate with me or Main People's Alliance, or I think MCI, which is like a I forget the full name, but MCI.
Community integration.
Yep, and then I'm sure COA is also doing some work too. So just being able to find all those resources to help you get to the polls, and, like, even if you're, if English is, a barrier for you, then there's translators and people who can, like, translate for you and, like, help you be able to vote. So please get your vote out there. This is, like, your right and your privilege to be able to vote. So just, it's important to get the help that you need.
You have every right to vote. Polls close at 8.
Yes,
so if
the
you're
polls
in
open
line
from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
So if you're in line at 8 p.m. and the doors close, you have every right, if you're in line, to still vote, even though it's hit 8 o'clock, right?
Yep. Yes.
And
another thing about the polls is, like, the best times to go are, like, in the afternoon, like, either, like, between, like, 2 to, like, 5. I would say it's, like, the best time, because that's, like, when people are, like, either in work or in switching between. Also in the mornings too, between, like, 8 to, like, noon time, I think is also a great time to go. But definitely, like, don't wait last minute, and don't wait for it to. Yeah, don't wait for last minute. The moment you get a chance to be able to vote tomorrow, please do.
Yep. And I'm gonna post a link on our Instagram and all our socials on where you can find your polling locations. Please vote. Tell your friends to vote. Tell your parents to vote. Tell your teachers to vote. Tell everybody to vote. It's an important election. And if you have any questions, concerns, please DM us, message Shukri. And thank you so much, Shukri, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Bye guys.